Live from Alachua, we are back. We are back after taking a week off, just kind of relaxing, laying by the pool. No, actually, no. I was down hanging out with my guest that I have today. We're gonna jump right into it in just a second here. I gotta, of course, say the show is brought to you by the City of Alachua Chamber of Commerce. Joan Soroka, your realtor for Alachua. That is the realtor you need to use. If you're in Alachua, you need to be talking to Joan Soroka. She is. The show is also brought to you by her and the Alachua Optimist Club, and of course me, the digital mortgage guy, down here on the left or right. It's hard to tell when you're looking at the screen because I have to look at the screen to figure it all out. So anyway, I want to introduce an amazing guest today because this guest I have is a man of many, many talents. And him and I met a long time ago now. I'm thinking about it. It's like 9 or 10 years ago on the racetrack. And if you know me, you know I like racing. I like to get out there and bang fenders a little bit. So I'm bringing in a really cool guy. His name's Daniel Gray. And he is the owner of Exotic Mobile Marketing. Welcome, Daniel.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Very, very happy to be here. Yeah. This is exciting.
I'll tell you, man. We had fun. We had fun last week. I went down and visited you to talk a little bit about your business, which is a very unique business, and the concept behind it is the coolest thing. It's basically you have a Lamborghini, and it has the ability for businesses to be able to market all over it. There it is. You can see it right there. And it's been doing really well for you. You've been getting a lot of people jumping on board, literally. And I mean, how did you come up with the idea of this?
It's kind of crazy. I've always been an idea guy, and I've got this file at the house that has a ton of poor man copyrights and these ideas that if you drink a Celsius or a Bang at like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, these ideas come to you at 11:30, 12:30. Write it down. I saw an idea, this concept, early 90s, but never on a car. And I wanted to find a way that you could literally take every square inch and what is that worth? How can you monetize something? So I figured what better place to put it on than a supercar.
Yeah.
I call it forced advertising. So you literally, people advertise for $1 per hexagon per month. And there's people on there that square inch, literally
a hexagon,
square inch, hexagon shape. And there's people on there all the way from $1 a month to $1,000 a month.
Wow. And it works. I'll tell you, because when I pulled up here, there was a crowd of 7 people standing around the car. When I pulled, you beat me here. I don't know how you beat me here, but you beat me here. Maybe it's the car.
A Lamborghini.
Yeah, maybe it's the car. So, but anyway, I pull up and there's 7 people standing around the car, taking pictures of it, standing next to it. When we were out and about, people staring at us everywhere. So the concept works. It's getting people's heads to turn.
Yes.
And you go to events too. You bring the car to events and stuff like that, right?
We're networking 5 days a week. Sometimes on the weekends we do special events. Like this weekend, we're going to Festivals of Speed in Ocala.
Yeah.
Amazing events. But we are networking at our local chamber. They have tons of events. We love being a part of that. I'm part of the ambassadors program there. I'm part of BNI. So we are out and about in the community. Every chance we get to give back. There's 103 brands on the car right now. Okay, and we are growing. Even though the car looks full, there's still 7,000 hexagons left. I counted them 3 times.
You can get in there, guys.
There is room, but the car travels. We are between Gainesville, Ocala, and the Villages every single week.
Wow. So you're driving around. What a job. Driving a Lamborghini around all day long.
It's a hard life.
It's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough being you.
But I like it.
You're not just doing this. You're a man of you're into a lot of things. I mean, when you've talked about, like you said, you're an idea guy, almost serial entrepreneur kind of thing. You had a moving company prior to this, right?
Yes.
And you'd had that for a long period of time, correct?
About 20 years.
Yeah, about 20 years.
Yeah.
And then you had sold that.
Sold the moving company. bought my dream car. That was happening because you only live once. So bought my dream car, realized I sold my income. And then I was waiting a couple years for the main money to come. So I was like, you know what? Why not this?
Yeah.
And then I pulled thumb through the drawer and attached this to the Lamborghini. And we're now a year and a half in. The car is doing well, but more importantly, it's helping the brands that are on the car.
Yeah.
Like, it was never about me. It was never, the car's paid for. I didn't need to build a business around it to pay for the vehicle.
Yeah.
But I wanted to finally be able to do what I've always been passionate about, and that is helping businesses grow and link them with the right people.
Yeah.
Every single person on that car are people that I personally know, like, and trust.
Yeah.
I've done business with almost everybody on the vehicle, and I find ways to refer them every single day.
That's the thing. It's like, just like Elio says here at Fiesta Media, who produces this show. And by the way, you need to use Fiesta Media to do your own podcast. Get on here. I'm doing a plug for him, unsolicited as usual, because he does a good job. But boosting brands, as he likes to say, is boosting brands.
That's good.
And you're helping people get exposure, do more business, and get out there. I mean, I followed you around, and it was fun. We had a good time, just like meeting people. We went to 1 million cups of coffee, which I said right. I called it 1,000 cups.
Yeah, they have 1 million.
Yeah, they have 1 million cups of coffee. They do that down in Ocala. And I followed you around. I got a little 30-second clip of that. Ilya, do we have that? We could show just a little bit of our day. See if that rolls. So, I mean, that's just a quick snippet of our day, but we went around and we did a few more things. But the million cups of coffee is a really neat concept going on there, and at the incubator right there in the Power Plant Incubator.
Yes.
Which is a really cool name, I like.
It's one of my favorite organizations. It's the Kauffman Foundation that puts it on. Absolutely free for people to present. They literally go to 1 million cups Ocala, or 1millioncups.com/Ocala. Click apply to present. If their business is 5 years or newer, if they have an idea for a business, or if they just want help, this is for the community to come together. Absolutely free to speak, absolutely free to attend 1 million cups. And what's amazing is when Exotic Mobile Marketing first started, I did 1 million cups. Now I'm an organizer of the event because I like to get involved in the community. And even though it's not about pitches, as soon as I was done presenting what Exotic Mobile Marketing, because at that point it was literally proof of concept.
Yeah.
We had a car. We just had it wrapped in hexagons. By the way, that was going to be a grid. It was going to look like a big sheet of graph paper. Thank God we didn't go with that.
Yeah, I think the hexagons are better.
I love the hexagon shape. I fell in love with it. But we moved from 1 million cups. We were getting calls out of Canada. Like we don't even do business in Canada. We were having calls from Canada that wanted to brand their business with us because they realized it's on a Lamborghini, it's forced advertising, it's going around, it's gaining exposure, and it's a dollar bill. It was kind of a no-brainer decision.
Yeah, I mean, it's priced right. I mean, that's the thing in marketing. Everybody, you look at your marketing spend and you're trying to get the most ROI out of that dollar that you spend. And so making it affordable so people could get exposure there depending on the level they want to do, plus all the other stuff that they're doing, all tying in. I mean, that's smart thinking the way you go. And speaking of the dollar spend and marketing on your hat, there's a new business that you're rolling out.
Oh man, this is where it all started anyways. So the idea for Pixelum, okay, and we're in pre-order stage right now at pixelum.com. But when we first started the idea of Pixelum, this is what exists in that drawer, Joe. Like this is the idea 10 years ago that has been in this drawer. I had no clue how to code a website. I don't know how to take what's in here and put it out on the web and say, okay, I want it to do this. So we linked up with Synalgic Studios in Ocala. His name's Taylor. We call him Tay-Tay. Linked up with EJ Nieves for our marketing initiative, and then put DF Gray on top of that to take it to the next level. So in all reality, we have created a platform that is going to absolutely revolutionize and get back to the basics of how people are found and how people shop local. Like right now, it breaks my heart to drive around. I'm driving all the time.
Yeah.
And I see business after business that's closing down because of whatever reason. They may have lost too many employees. They may have lost enough of their revenue to say, you know what, we need to shut the doors. So our goal is to help those businesses be found again. No advertising, they're not going to have to be bombarded with advertisements as far as consumers. There's no ratings, rankings, or reviews. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that part because a lot of people shop these days based on other people's opinions and ratings and rankings. But we're about to blow that out of the water. The idea is to disrupt what we have been taught to do. Now, it's okay if you're going to the big box stores and you're shopping off of a review to see if somebody had bought a product that may have some defects, etc. But when you say, I need a plumber, or I need a realtor, or I need a mortgage, I want them to find your business, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't want them to search and thumb through all the people that have more money than I do. I want them to find the businesses that need them the most. So they can literally go on to Pixelum.com. And they can have, there's 3 different sizes. The X10 is our biggest package. The most you can ever pay Pixelum is $10 a month or $100 a year. The middle package is the X5, $5 a month or $50 a year. We're discounting that. See what I did there? We gave them $10 off. Why not? And then the X1, $1 a month or $10 for the year. And the premise around that was that if they bought their space, that they're buying exposure, just like they do on the Lamborghini, only on a digital platform. We then took it a step further, and as people are searching and they say, I need a mortgage and I want to find somebody local within 15 miles of my house. And 5 mortgage originators come up and they fly into the screen. Now, I'm able to click, call, go to their website, go to their social media platforms, research them, do my due diligence. I can shop them immediately without having to thumb through ads of people who paid more money than I did.
Yeah, all the paid listings.
Yeah.
And then backlinks too, doesn't it?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So we're going to increase people's organic SEO just by using backlinks. So if you're looking to take your business to the next level and you want your local business found, if you're looking to save your business, then you've got to do something that's different or you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. So we created Pixelum for that reason. We want people to take control of their destiny when it comes to their local business. And we want to, I'm not trying to take any business from the big guys. They're always going to be around.
Is what it is.
But I do want to get back to the basics of how people shop local.
Yeah, I mean, and so basically, if someone, the consumer is are they gonna go to the Pixelum site, or are they gonna how they find Pixelum?
And that's the beauty. People spend hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands on SEO, different pay-per-clicks. We won't say their name. They spend a lot of money on that stuff. My goal is for Pixelum to absorb those costs. We are going to make Pixelum the household name. When you need something searched for, you need to do research, you want to look up facts on something, you can go to the other guy. When you want to find local business and you want a solution to your problem, people will Pixelum.
Got it.
So
got it. So they'll Pixelum, and then eventually, if they type in Pixelum, eventually on the local side will eventually, if you're typing in looking for something, Pixelum will pop up with the link, the backlink.
Because of those backlinks, there's going to be so much of that organic linking happening that when they're searching plumbing and 5 plumbers are on Pixelum, and let's say that's too many, they can reduce their range to 15 to 5 miles and come up with the 2 plumbers or the 3 plumbers. They're going to have so much interaction, and people will be clicking, calling, going to their websites, getting directions to their locations. I see people booking their reservations for dinner. I see people getting their movie tickets, all in the Pixelum world.
That's cool, man. I mean, I know what you're saying about, like, you got it all up here and you can't get it into the coding.
Yeah.
But you were smart to team up with Tay-Tay?
Tay-Tay.
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 Tay-Tay, I need to talk to you about creating a mortgage app.
Hey, this is your guy.
I have it all up here, but I can't code it.
Yeah.
The best coding I can do is Wix.
There we go.
You got a Wix website, so I can make
little
that.
plug and play.
Yeah,
I like
little
that.
plug and drag it,
Yeah.
put it here, put it there, put it there. That's my coding. So, I mean, your stories are fascinating. I mean, you're into a lot of things, and you've done a lot of things in the past. And like I said to everyone else before, we met on the racetrack. That's where we met. I mean, the first time I met Daniel, there he is at Daytona. I was going into a corner. The next thing I know, someone rubs me, pushes me out, and gets ahead of me right in the corner at Ocala Grand Prix, which isn't there anymore, which we were going to race for the show, but it wasn't there. There I am. So, and that's your kart that you raced at Daytona this year, or last year.
Yes.
And then this year coming up, we're going to be sharing garage. We're going to be racing there at Daytona. And so we're cycling some pics. That's what it looks like out on the track. That's the lay down kart going across the finish line right there. I mean, we have some fun racing.
It's gonna be fun. It's
Yeah.
my second favorite thing to do. Driving around's my first favorite.
Yeah.
But second, being in a cart, there is no other feeling like it. And I mean, the dream. We grew up with Days of Thunder. You know what I mean? Rubbin's Racing. That's what it is. I'm sorry about that.
That's all
but
right.
that's all right. He got me back a few times.
We come
Don't
back
worry.
around.
That was one of my beginning in my racing career. So Daytona. When I say there's nothing like it, when you're drafting at, now my cart only does 78, yours does
120.
120, 120 miles an hour. In a lay down cart, you saw the pictures. I can't even imagine. He has more courage than I do. So
Dumber.
so 78 miles an hour, and you get into the draft behind somebody. When you get out of that draft, and your cart just starts going backwards. There's no other feeling than that.
Yeah.
You can, isn't it weird? It's hard to explain, but you can see the draft. Even though it's wind going over people's carts, when you get back in the draft and your cart sucks up and just gets right back into the race, there is nothing like that on earth. I will race Daytona every year.
Yeah.
Please don't turn it. Yes. I can see us. We need podcast. We'll be racing Daytona when they finally get pod racers out there. That's all I'm saying.
Man. Yeah, we race in Daytona forever. I mean, it is so much fun. There's nothing like being, 2 inches off the ground.
Yes.
And you're going, anywhere from 80 to 140. Some of the guys get up to. Yeah, actually 160 out there.
In the lay down.
The double engines, which I have to, actually this year I could get my double engine license because I've raced that enough now.
It may be the only cart that he doesn't have, too. He needs a double engine.
See, Crystal, I need one more.
There you go. It'll complete the set.
Yeah. 9 racing go-karts. I mean, who doesn't? You got to have one for every series. You have every single racing series. You got, and the ultimate would be to bring them all to Daytona and race Ironman, all the series. Like get out, get in the next one. Get out, get in the next one.
Yeah,
be dead after that.
Listen, you're talking to the guy that understands your problem. I get it,
dude.
We just put our shifter cart motor, 125 cc, on a dirt chassis. So I'm looking forward to trying that.
Oh, I got to try that myself.
Oh, you need a dirt cart. That's another one, Crystal.
Yep.
I apologize.
Yep. Actually, my very first cart was a dirt car. I still have it.
Oh, never mind.
It's a 1994 Shadow.
Yeah.
I can't race it because it's completely out of date. I'd like to bring that to the dirt track or the flat track out there and watch everybody just go, "What is this guy doing?"
And then beat him because you put your Rotax motor with a jack drive to shift the motor over. That's what we did as well. The only thing that beat us on track was a twin engine Leopard, and we raced a Rotax Evo on dirt.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
I still have the old Rotax.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I still got that old one. But it's on the Tony kart. We could talk racing all day long. Everybody here would not even know what we're talking about half the time. But I mean, and that's the thing. Even in racing, what we'd like to do is be able to use that in marketing. I take my cart, like that one laydown you saw. We did, the one previous to that, we did some promo for a young boy who had a heart defect, and we got nationwide exposure and had people donating because I said, there's got to be a way I could raise money to help. I actually, it was going to be St. Jude's at first. And then my wife had a friend who had a kid had a heart defect. And I said, man, if we could raise money and just help this one family, if I could raise $1,000, then $1,000 goes a long ways for that family.
That's right.
So we ended up raising over $5,000. And so they were able to, you know, even though insurance covered the heart surgery and all the other stuff, you had all these extra expenses, and it was right through Christmas time. So they were able to get presents for him and for his sister and that kind of stuff, and it helped the family a lot. So using racing, we were able to get exposure. And like on this cart, you can see the Star of Hope, we call it. Tyler's Hope's on there. Now, Tyler's Hope is a local charity for dystonia. And dystonia, I don't know if you know what it is, but it basically is a disease that causes the muscles to just like contract really tight. And it's a neurological disease. And actually, the research on that, they're really getting close with it. And it's also tied in with finding a cure to Alzheimer's.
Wow.
So this, or not, was it Alzheimer's? I think it was Alzheimer's or
dementia.
The one Parkinson's. That was it. Parkinson's, because it's muscle. That's what it was. Parkinson's. So it can find, you know, the research that's going into that. So we made this cart to be able to help get exposure for that. So this year it's about to roll back out. This cart's about to come out of the garage and be rolled back out and start doing promo for that to try to get more exposure on a national platform, because, you know, karting does have a national platform. It's not like NASCAR, but it's definitely it definitely gets exposure.
What I find amazing is these businesses are great. The time that we get to spend on the track, off the track, it's all fine and dandy. But if you don't have a philanthropic leg to your business, if you don't have an initiative that you're striving for, I don't need any of this money. I don't want any of that money for me. I want, even building Pixelum, it sounds like a grand idea, and it's going to be a big deal. But we're gonna rescue families. Mm-hmm. We're gonna rescue women in abusive relationships. We're gonna rescue men in abusive relationships, people with drug addictions, getting out of jail, needing to get back on their feet, kids. We just learned in Marion County that there's 17,845 kids living in poverty. EJ and myself, we sat down that morning and developed an app and an initiative, an idea based around ending childhood poverty in Marion County by the end of next year. Like, we're not going to wait and say, oh, we need 10 years to make this happen. We want to find a way to end childhood poverty in Marion County and then extend that idea to as far as we can reach, because the money is to buy freedom. I don't forget the material possessions, forget all the, believe me, I would love 12 cars. I would love a 10,000 square foot house with multiple bays and all that jazz. But I promise you, I grew up dirt floor poor. I'll go right back if I have to, if it means helping people go to that next level and helping those kids not only get out of poverty, but we learned that a lot of later in life issues that people deal with are tied into third graders not being able to read at a third grade level.
Yeah.
So the app will literally help those kids learn to read sooner. EJ was a middle school art teacher. He knows what it's like to deal with children and how their learning goes as they get older. So when we really dive in, we're going to find a way to help solve these problems. And I know there's a lot of people out there striving to solve those problems, and we're going to link up with as many people as possible, as many business owners as we can, to start putting those dollars where they count. Okay, we don't need to go buy another big screen TV. We're gonna put a kid through summer camp. We're gonna do everything we can to help them.
That's a huge piece. Elio is really strong into giving back to the community, and I try to be as best I can with what I can do. And the big through the Optimist Club and some other things we're doing, that's big. I mean, that's a huge thing, is to be able to give back to the community. Elio does a show here called the Nonprofit Report, and they bring nonprofits in and they give them exposure. And I call it goodwill marketing almost. It's like there's no reason you can't tie it's not a selfish thing to do, to tie your business to a charity of some sort. And you can get exposure in multiple ways, but you're doing good for the community. I mean, there's a guy in my company, in our national company, that he gives at every closing, and we're going to start doing the same thing at every closing. He tells the client, you can take $250 to donate to one of these 5 charities. And based on his volumes, on the levels of volumes that he's doing through and the amount of closings they're doing, they're going to give probably $100,000 a year.
That's amazing.
To these charities. And so we're looking at the same kind of model to do here as we expand and try to get down to Ocala, which we're going to be opening a branch there as soon as we get a few things lined up down there. But I mean, dude, I know you and we've talked. I mean, you got such a giving heart, and that's a huge piece of your success too. Is when people see that. People see genuine people want to do business with genuine people, and there's no reason that we all can't just kind of work together and bring the whole community up as one and have a great community. It's like what we're trying to do in Alachua. We're a nice small community, and we're all working together for one goal, to bring the whole community up.
Yeah.
And like with the Optimist Club, what the goals with it in the long haul are going to be, it'll be a business networking group that gives back to the community. That's great. So it's like everybody wins in this thing, and we're, again, looking at the future generation, that 3rd grader who can't eat,
Yeah.
There's no reason for that. We as a community can help that be fixed.
It takes action.
Yeah.
There's too much money in Alachua County and Marion County for kids to go hungry. And I attribute every single bit of my success and my future success to my dad, my grandmother, my grandfather. They didn't have a lot. They learned how to build, and they have learned that by taking care of other people and bringing as many people with you as possible. They've all been in that self-made category because they put in hard work and effort. And the lessons that I teach today, I mean, I teach networking every single month, and every single lesson attributes to my dad, my grandmother, my grandfather. My grandmother passed away in January, and like, this was my rock. This was every single piece of me. So I've got like a newfound respect and just this drive, this fire inside of me. I'm telling you, like, I will carry her legacy to the ends of the earth. But she taught me to do a few things right.
She was an amazing woman. What you've shared with me about her,
she taught me how to love a woman. She taught me how to care for other people and how to put others first. I mean, if you need my shirt, I'll give you my shirt. Yeah. And I don't say that for recognition. I say that because there are people that need, and there's too much money in these areas to not solve these problems now. Yeah. Okay? These kids are going hungry on the weekend. Why? You know, there's backpack programs where they grab their backpack that's given by the school. Yep. They give them a weekend supply of food. And I realize that people are hurting out there right now and they're struggling. There's also a lot of people that are still okay. There's a lot of people that had money before the pandemic that are they still got money. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if we will inspire, we don't want to manipulate. We want to inspire people to make those changes in themselves. And I feel that when people add the action to their words, it's easy to talk a big game. Yeah. Like these organizations that we have that are wanting to do these things, when we add that action to that, that's when true change happens. Yeah, execution is everything. I mean, you can have grand ideas, but if you don't have great execution behind it, or at least surround yourself by the people that are executionable, that can execute, executionable. Hey, that can execute. We're creating words today. Yeah, people. This is a new word. Creating words. So I mean, it's basic. You know, it's just surrounding yourself. You know, I know some people that are really great idea people, but they just need those people. So it's surrounding yourself with the right folks. That's why I surround myself with you. That's why I'm here. You can't do this on your own. No. I have a team around me. My guys, they take us to that next level because we've branded ourselves and linked ourselves, and this is family now. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's good way to look at it. When your network is kind of like your family. People you work with, you all share each other, bring everybody rises up, we all do good. You know, we all make it. So we have our rollout music. We're already at 30 minutes. That was quick. I mean, it flies by. I think we're going to start doing a 3-hour show. So I got 3 hours of content. We can keep going. We just keep on rolling and rolling and rolling. So, man, thanks for coming on the show, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. You'll see more stuff
as we work together on some stuff in the future. When Daytona comes up, you're going to see a lot of pictures of us online.
We're going to go
racing
live
together.
from Daytona.
We should do live.
Yeah.
Can GoPro go live?
GoPro can go live. On the cart. Do you guys want to go? I'll take you 80 miles an hour. He can take you 120. Deal?
Deal. We're going to do it. I want to get the visor cam.
Oh, visor.
That's
of
a visor
course,
cam.
yes.
That's what we should do.
I want all the things.
Yes.
So, yes.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to see you later. Thanks, Daniel Gray from Exotic Mobile Marketing, coming on. If you want to get on to Lamborghini, go to your what's the website?
ExoticMobileMarketing.com or Pixelum.com.
Or Pixelum.com if you want to get involved with that. Pixelum's going to be cool.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome.
It's the future.
There's only going to be one mortgage company on there, though. I mean,
No, I like
it's
that
restricted to one.
idea.
Right?
There's
I thought that's what.
there's asterisks to
What?
that. There's yeah.
No, there's a lot of good lenders around. All right. And also, if you want to have your own show and actually do it a lot better than I do, the Fiesta Media, full podcast production. Give Elio a call. He will show you how to boost your brand. You need to do it. Because if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Hey,
This is.
he's a great producer. Great show. Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.